So in this screencast, I'm going to cover how the range calculation and obstacle detection works on attacking system. So previously we talked on the screencast how the initial targeting and actual shooting done. So now we're gonna add a range calculator and then obstacle detection on that same system. So first thing I'm just gonna show you how it looks like in the game, and then after that we can go into the back side of the how it actually works. So before I can attack here, I need to set up just a so all I can actually demonstrate it to the best. So if I move over here, so if I select there, so this is the range indicator. So you can see how far I can shoot as a troop. So if I try to shoot something that is outside, it will say the enemy is too far because it is too far. Now, if I try to shoot a troop, I think there is an obstacle in the way. So uh, it should say that there is a foreign object in the way of the target. Or okay, apparently, oh yeah, so there's a trajectory that where you can still shoot there. So okay, so that is how the normal shooting works. Now, I just end the second player turn so I can just show you what what happened if there's a cover in the way. So see, there's a cover in the way on the tank. So I can just try to shoot that, and it says according to my calculation, there's a foreign object in the way. So that's how it behaves on the actual game. Now it might be short, but you can refer to the Team Mahara on how it actually works. Now, um, okay, so now that I've already showed you how it works, sorry, how it looks like in the actual game. So I can show you now how it actually works on the backside of it. So this is serve as documentation as well if people want to change the how the calculator work or how to calculate the distance uh, and the obstacle detection. So okay, so I have all of this just implemented on top of the attack system that I implemented before. So up until here, it's all the same because that is just detecting. Oh yeah, it's a bot type, and then the user did click or choose an enemy bot after clicking the button of attack. Now on top of that, from here on until the actual damage and all of the if else here is actually new. It's actually the calculator, and then the damage implementation stuff is still the same. So the actual thing that is new is just the if checks. So if it's close enough, if it's there's a object in the way or not. But after that, all of the shootings, the start damage would be the same. Now, first thing first, it does check how far is the bot is. So if you see the range indicator there, that is just an indicator. It doesn't really do the detection that much. So the distance itself is just calculating the bot position and then the target that the user clicked, and then calculate the distance of that, and then check if the distance is below the range that we already specified. Now, we times it into range, grid scale, and then times two, because grid scale is like if you change up the grid scale to be bigger or smaller, the range itself should be following the grid scale. Now range is different obviously for different type of class. If it's troop, then it's 4 I think at the moment, and then Tang is currently 3. So Tang has shorter range, but obviously that is fixed with that is balanced with the bigger damage for the Tang. Now after checking the distance, if that is passing, so we specify the start position. Now we have special ifs here, so it's basically because the way how the prefab works, it's specified where do you want to start doing the array casting. So I maybe should explain what the next step is. So the next step is detecting if there's a cover object in the way. So the way we do that is in logically is to send a ray from wherever the body of the shooter is into that look forward into whatever he's facing the front, because if I'm facing actual the enemy, then I could, and then there's nothing in the way, then I can shoot it. But if it's detected, oh, there's a cover object, or if it's even mess or something like that, then it just say, yeah, I cannot detect anything, or whatever I'm detecting is not a bot, so you should not shoot it. So that is the logical way. Now this if statement is because the different prefab are on the tank and the troop. So in the troop, I wanted to change the actual body to look at whatever it tried to shoot. Whilst if it's tank, I want to rotate the whole parent prefab, because in the tank root body, it has like a keyframe of position. So if I try to rotate that, it's um, it's gonna it's gonna do something weird, which is basically what I don't want. So possibly there's a better solution on this, but it involved like fixing on the animation, key animation and stuff like that. But this is basically um, a quick fix that it works on the game. But yeah, so basically it says for both of the type, turn the bot into facing whatever it tried to shoot, and then set uh, the starting position to be whatever the bot is, because sometimes if you rotating, the origin is not, it's not the actual bot body. So for like example, like the tank here, when I'm rotating, I have to fix that position and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I have to preset the ray casting to be not 000, because if it's 000, it will hit the hex grid below. It's another, it has to be have a collision on the hex grid. So I put it slightly upwards so it doesn't hit the hex grid and then actually able to hit something. And then this if is the one that responsible to shoot the ray. So basically saying the start position, which is the shooter, with the offset of y, obviously, because I want to put it upwards, and then this is the target minus start position. Now if it's and then extra if I actually hit the bot, so if that ray that I send out from the shooter is actually hitting a bot, because if it's not a bot, then we don't want to shoot it. And then also checking if I do get a bot, check if that my ally bot, because currently friendly fire uh, is not allowed in the game. So if we want to allow a flying fire, we just get rid of this F. And then everything else after that is just the same damage calculation. And then the else F here is just a flare pitback that I can discuss on the next screencast. So that is basically how the attack range calculation and the obstacle detection. I hope this video is useful. Thank you very much.